So this is officially 1 week post ACL. It has been interesting to say the least. I have an Ironman brace, guys. Check this out. So this is my brace. First week, I'd say day one. I'm just trying to make this video so y'all can be prepared. If you have an ACL surgery coming up, I'm gonna give you the truth. Before this surgery, I tried to look up to see like what to prepare for, and I feel like you literally can never prepare yourself enough. But I'm gonna do my best to try to keep y'all posted step by step. So I had the surgery last Monday. It is Monday today. They have a surgery. I went in. They did a nerve block in my hip and a nerve block in my knee. That was to slow the blood down. I'm guessing so I don't know, do some crazy bleeding during the surgery. I don't know. But anyway, so they gave me a nerve block in my hip, a nerve block in my knee. Then I sat and I waited in the room for a while. And in the operation room, they gave me fentanyl and they gave me the anesthesia. Put me to sleep like this. Bro, why when I woke up, I don't know exactly when I woke up. What I remember was them asking me for my mother's number. And it just was strange to me because it's like, bro, I know for a fact my mother wrote her number down when they left. I watched her do it. Her and my dad left. They actually both left their numbers. The nurses was like, what's your mother's number? We were trying to call her. So I'm giving them a number. And they're like, yeah, but that's only 6 digits. In my brain, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm saying it in my head. And it sounds like it's 7 digits, but I guess it's only 6 digits. So I honestly think I just threw a number from the sky. I think I just was like, 7. I don't know. Threw a number. He was like, oh, she's not picking up. So I said, just give me my phone out my bag because my cell phone's in there. I can call them. I called my mother. My mother said I called her mad times. So I know a lot of people have anesthesia, like funny jokes. I'm guessing mine was that I just called my parents mad times. Like, where y'all at? I'm ready. Come get me. When I woke up, I had this big brace on my leg. So I didn't even see my leg anymore. And then I had like a wrap over here. Like it was wrapped up. And I'll try to attach a video or a picture or something so you guys can see what it looked like. But yeah, so it was like my whole knee was wrapped and then I had the brace on top. So I got home and they kept saying, make sure you get your medication because between the fentanyl and the nerve blocks, it lasted for 12 to 16 hours, I believe. So they were like, you're going to be fine now, but when you wake up, you're going to be in pain. So get the medication. So they prescribed me Vicodin, so I got Vicodin. And that was a whole nother story. My father tried to get it for me, and I'm guessing California got a drug problem because they did not want to give my father the medication for me. But he ended up getting it. He had to show him a picture of my knee, of me in bed. Like, my daughter literally just got out of surgery. She needs her medication. That day, I didn't really have much of an appetite, but I think I ate something because my stomach was empty. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were kind of like a blur because I was taking the Vicodin and it was knocking me out. And I was in denial. I was like, oh, the Vicodin is not knocking me out. It was knocking me out. I was tired. I actually took one now. So it very much makes me feel like relaxed. And I don't feel no pain. My doctor told me to try to put pressure on my foot to my comfort level the day after the surgery. So the surgery was Monday. They wanted me to start putting pressure on my heel by Tuesday. I could not do that. That just, to each his own. It just didn't work for me. I couldn't do it. But I tried my best to do it. I just could not do it. Then he told me that to shower, to like wrap a bag around my leg and to stand in the shower and take a shower. I did that on Tuesday. I almost fainted. Okay, when I woke up, so surgery was Monday. When I woke up Tuesday, I had the worst pain, but it's because I didn't take my medication yet. But when I woke up, I was like, let me just try to take a shower because, I'm have freaking hospital juice on me. So I'm like, let me just take a shower. I lay back down, take my medication. That was the stupidest thing I could have did. I felt everything. So I almost fainted in the shower. My mother was like, please don't do that because it's just me and you and I'm gonna have to help you out. So she got me out. I told one of my friends that I was having a hard time. Shout out to my friend Katie. She recommended these bath sponges for me, and those have been a lifesaver. So I have been using the bath sponges to take like little fake baths. So not even fake baths, they're actually real baths. Like I'm using them. What it does is it's literally like a cloth and you wet it and it has soap on it. And you literally clean yourself like how you would normally take a bath or shower. Literally wipe your entire body and then you just dry yourself with a towel and you're clean. Those have been, when I tell you, like, thank you, Jesus. Whoever created those bath sponge wipes, they're making mad bread. That was like the smartest invention on the planet. And they're for post-op surgery, camping, just all the stuff, but lifesaver. If you can't stand in the tub, and even though they tell you like take a bath, don't force yourself. TMI. Somebody would literally have to lift my leg for me to sit on the toilet. And it would be my mother. She would lift my leg, I would sit on the toilet. That's the only way. So that's day 1, 2, 3, 4. Around Friday, I finally got up out of my bed. And granted, I mean, all the other days I was up and like crutching, but my parents tried to wean me off the Vicodin around like Friday. So Friday, I started taking, I think 600 milligram or 700 milligram Motrin ibuprofen. And those work, they just take longer to work. So the Vicodin, once you take it, it hits like this. Ibuprofen, you take it, I feel like it takes hours to kick in, but it does kick in and it does relieve you of the pain just as good as the Vicodin. It just doesn't have like the extreme of it, but it is just as good. So if you do want to wean yourself off of the heavy medication that they give you, I do recommend doing that. But so that's what I was doing. And then I was taking that and I was getting up. So now I'm being active. I got up, I'm moving with the crutches around like the house. I walked from one room to another and that was an achievement for me. That was Thursday. And then my knee isn't straight. I am struggling with that. So I'm kind of like wobbly, but I'm not putting no pressure on my foot yet, like all the way. Friday, same thing, I'm starting to move. As the days went by, I was teaching myself because I don't want my mother to keep coming in the bathroom and lifting my leg when I have to use the bathroom because then I'm going to end up peeing on myself. So I started to teach myself how to lift my leg with my brace on my own. Now I'm noticing, today's Monday, so 7 days later, literally holding on to like things with each hand, I can squat on my own and I'm so proud of myself about that. That is a huge achievement. I can squat on my own. Just been trying to be independent. So now I did all of that chatting. I do want to show you guys what everything looks like. Day 4, which was Friday, considering to them, because they consider Tuesday day 1. So Friday, I took the gauze off, day 4.
Because there's nothing holding it any longer. And now the only thing that's there are the strips, which are on the actual, on the stitches. The strips that are holding the stitches in place. Do you want it to be left open or just remove the acid? Maybe you could take a picture and send it to me.
And I had these little yellow like papers, I guess, and that was covering my stitches. They just kind of fell off on their own. I'm gonna show you guys now what my leg looks like. Day 7. I'm still using my crutches every day, by the way. This is the brace, like I said. So, you know, the things on the side, hinges on the side. So what I would do is literally you take this off. And then you open. So now this is what my knee looks like right now. So this is 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4. I hope you guys aren't queasy. I'm trying to give y'all the real deal Holyfield right now. Here it's like, it's just really, really swollen right now. I ice it every day, numerous times a day. I can't feel from here down to the right side of my foot. So like down to here. I think it's because it's swollen. So my doctor told me that by the day I take out my stitches, which is 2 weeks post-op, they expect me to be like kind of walking. Crutches, of course, but they expect me to be kind of walking. Hearing that, I've just been trying to be as mobile as possible because I did meet somebody else who told me that they did the same procedure and they told me that they babied their knee and they had to go back and clean all the callus that built up. And that's not about to be my story. This is the first time that I'm learning what your body feels like when it goes through stuff. So Yeah, it's so interesting. Even like with the ice thing, my nurse told me when I first got out of the surgery, she said ice and a pain medication is going to be your best friend, but mainly ice, because the ice determines the level of swelling, and the swelling really leads to pain. So if you can bring the swelling down, you can get rid of the pain. So that's what I've been trying to do with this injury. Once you get the surgery, do not wet your stitches. That is what I've been told. Also, the other thing I just realized I forgot to tell you guys, when I got out of the surgery, I also had a white stocking on this foot, and the stocking came probably up to here. The white stocking was for your blood circulation. And then this, I had to sleep with this every night for 4 days on my right foot because the surgery was on my left foot. So because I'm not able to be as mobile as I normally would, they don't want me to get blood clots. And you turn it on, it's like this, and then it literally like suctions in your leg, and then it exactly deflates what it's doing. Let me try to show you guys the sponges that I used. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I get off the bed. Because like I was telling you guys, I like to be independent. So with this on, I can, because I can't move my leg on my own, I can carry my leg onto the bed. So lift it. Okay. These are the bath sponges that I was telling you about that I use. It's literally, like I said, it's like a little cloth thing, and you just wet it, and I'm gonna lay back in the bed because it hurts. I do want you guys to see what I was telling you when I said I can't really put my leg down all the way. So if you can see, this is what I mean. That I can stand, but it doesn't work for me. But this is day 7, guys. This is 1 full week, and I'm trying every day. I'm gonna let you guys see how I come back on the bed. So,
all right. Do you turn around the other way? No, the other way. Right there. Ooh, right there.